Hello everyone, welcome. My name is Michaela, Cinematic Stitches here on YouTube, and welcome to my channel where I talk about all things cross-stitch, crafting, whatever I decide to get up to. I'm joined here by my co-host, Mr. Bones. He's decided to make another appearance. I think he showed up in one of my October videos, perhaps, but he's a year-round fixture in the house, and I thought today's a nice time to have him just propped up on the couch beside me. I hope you are all doing very well. It is June 1st today, so happy Pride Month to you all. It is the first month of Pride. Very excited about that. I have some exciting stitching plans around that. But yeah, it's summer is approaching. It's a cloudy day here in Vancouver, but it's slowly warming up, so that's nice. And yeah, just looking forward to things being warm, but like not too hot. And I know that's just not going to happen because I feel like, I mean, it's happening globally, just things are getting hotter and hotter. And this apartment doesn't do super well in heat. So I'm prepared to sweat for like 2 months, like July and August, but hopefully enjoy some like nice warm evenings in a park or something and not trapped in the heat dome that is my apartment. Anyway, I hope you all are well. Let's just like dive right into things, shall we? I don't have any new starts. I don't have any finishes, but I do have a fair amount of whips, some of which do not have nearly as much progress as I was hoping they would. I hit like a little hitch a couple weeks ago. Apparently, stitching multiple times a day can really mess up the tendons in your arm. Who knew? I bet if I was in my 20s, maybe this wouldn't be such a problem. But yeah, we're in our 30s now. We're in our later 30s. So this arm got pretty angry at me because I'm using it constantly. I work a desk job. I play a lot of video games, holding a controller. I'm on my phone. And I'm stitching, and she just got real angry. So I went to my physio this week. This is a quick tangent. I went to my physio this week, and I was like, you gotta save me, because I am going to a stitching retreat in a week. I'm going to StitchCon next week. And I plan to be stitching quite a bit there, and like, what is gonna get me to the most like healed state possible? So after she kindly jabbed a few needles in my arm as a way to, if you go to physio and you are ever offered IMS, intramuscular stimulation, I would suggest going for it because it gets straight to the point and it loosens things up much more quickly than just like manual work. So I opted for that. It's feeling a bit better, but she's like, before you go, you're gonna have to stitch under a threshold. And I was telling her I could stitch for like half an hour to an hour before I started noticing like angry symptoms in my arm. She's like, okay, you gotta stitch under that threshold. I'm like, right, so stitch for like an hour. She's like, stitch for 15 minutes a night. And I was like, 15 minutes? What can I do? Thread a needle? Like, oh my God. So the past 3 days, I've done no stitching whatsoever. I'm like, 15 minutes is like nothing. I'm gonna not stitch for a few days. I do have a plan to stitch a little bit in the days coming up to StitchCon, but I won't go over that 15-minute threshold as much as it kills me. But I want to be able to stitch when I'm at StitchCon, obviously. And yeah, she told me that's the fastest way to get there, so we're gonna see how that goes. I've been sad about it, but this is what happens when we overwork ourselves. And I will show you, I think I will show you the culprit. No, the culprit really is me thinking, I can stitch in my lunch hour and at night. Why not? I can stitch in the morning before I go to work and at my lunch hour and at night, multiple days in a row. What could happen? What could happen? This could happen. Angry tendons. It's not nice. So anyway, they've kind of chilled out, mostly. But there's one project in particular that you will be seeing coming up that caused me a lot of heartache. Let's just say that. I had to frog a lot of stuff. and restitch it because I was so mad that I had to frog so much that I'm like, I can't be behind. So I'm like, I gotta catch up to what? What am I catching up to? Anyway, you'll see. I'm happy with the work I did, but I do think that that is like a main contributor to the rage in my arm. Anyway, let's just get started. Let's stop talking about like our failing bodies, our failing 37-year-old bodies. I say this knowing full well my body is, I'm very blessed to have the mobility and the abilities I have right now. I'm angry at the fact that I don't have like a cyborg arm or something to just like stitch constantly. But let's get to it. Okay, so first whip I'm going to show you. Teensy little baby amount of work on it. It is the Stitch for Pride Sal from D's 20 Stitches. They might be opening up this Sal again. So if you have been wanting to stitch the Stitch for Pride stitch along, follow D's 20 Stitches, and they may or may not open that up again this month. I don't know if it's going to happen, but they did post on their Instagram that it might be a thing. So I would check it out. Anyway, here is where I am. So I think the last time I showed this, I had finished April, which was this. So I got a little tiny bit of a start on March. Oh, I'll show you the thread that I'm stitching with too, because it's really beautiful. Oh, no, March, what am I saying? I'm started on May, which is a trans Jewish photographer and installation artist. Her name is Yishay Garbash. That's it, Yishay Garbash. So I got the itty bittiest little start. This is what the pattern, let's start there. This is what the pattern will look like eventually. It looks pretty cool. Lots of like concentric circles. And this is what I got so far. I adore this thread. Okay, so this is being stitched on a 32 count Eris from Mystic Fabrics. And the thread I actually got like a year ago from Kaylee Tent Stitch. She threw it in one of her packages. I had ordered like a project bag or two, and oh my god, I've like unraveled it horribly and not attempted to like put it back into a nice ball. But it's called Iceberg, and I don't know, I'm guessing she dyed this herself, but it is lovely. Look at this mess. Look at this beautiful mess. Anyway, super gorgeous variegation throughout there, and I was like, oh, I know the perfect blue for this project. So we're stitching it with Iceberg. I say Kaylee Tent Stitch. Her store is the sewingshop.ca. Great. I actually have some things I'm going to show you that I got from there recently. You should check out her store. It's so good. But anyway, so I'm stitching with that thread, and I got just a couple circles, but it's going to look beautiful. It's going to look beautiful. So that's the first whip. First whip down. Okay, next up. One of my whips, so there were 3 Whip Go calls last month. Can I even remember what the first one was now? No, I don't remember what it was. But the second one was the chopping mall. You would have seen the first one in my last video. Watch my last video to figure out what that was. I'm not gonna look it up. My second call was 5 days on the chopping mall from the Witchy Stitcher. So that pattern looks like this. This is my second oldest whip. It's a goal for a finish this year. I'm gonna get there, but it will take like some time because the top of the project, like this, the roof, well, you saw it. I probably don't have the picture up anymore, but the roof is like, it's a lot. There's a lot of stitching up there. So that's where I was working this time around. Oh, this is what it looked like before. What am I doing today? I'm just all over the place. It looked like this before. So I was kind of working around the Babadook and had filled in like a little more of the center of the roof. And now this is what we have. So filled more of the center in. I've got Pinhead here from Hellraiser. Oh, I think he's supposed to have some white back stitching down the center of his torture uniform. That is not there just yet, but I'll hit that next time. Anyway, it is slowly coming along, but like, look at this. It's looking so good. Oh, and there's my Moo Moo Homer. It's one of my first needle minders. I love Moo Moo Homer. From The Simpsons. It's classic. You gotta get it. Anyway, there we go. Beautiful. Yeah, I just love this project so much, but really what I'm gonna love is to get it out of my whip pile and like framed and on my wall because it looks so sick. Look at Pennywise down there just hanging out in the sewer. So yeah, I've finished the roof, as you can see, and this bottom section as well. But we're almost there, and we're definitely going to get there by the end of the year. That is my sincere belief that we will get there by the end of the year. I'm going to make it happen. It's going to be a lot of stitching, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Yeah, this project, I love this project. Oh yes, it's on a 14 count Aida that I dyed myself with Rit dye. That dye is not set. I don't think I can ever wash this. It is grimy, but that's part of its charm. It's part of its charm, right? Yeah. Look at that. Amazing. Oh, Homer. Oh, I just flung him off. Damn. Oh, okay, hang on. Okay, he's saved. Homer's been saved. I'll throw this here. Okay. Pile. So the next thing I worked on was another Witchy Stitcher piece. I love the Witchy Stitcher. Absolutely incredible. So this is a project that I work on around anniversary dates. I have a lot of cat hair on it. I'm just trying to pull that off. I started this last year on my husband and I's like dating anniversary. We are now married, but started it on the dating anniversary. Our wedding anniversary was just a couple weeks ago, so I stitched on this for 2 days right around then. This project is We're Made for Each Other. It looks like this. It's really, really cool. I didn't get a ton of progress, but you know, there's something there. This is where I was at last time, and here I am now. So I was working on the final dark bit of gray that kind of goes all the way around her face. So I filled all this bit in. Also worked with some of the black. I think her neck hadn't been completed, so I finished that. And I did another line of her hair. Her hair's gonna take a while. There's a lot of hair. She's got a lot of hair, this girl. But she's looking absolutely stunning. Stunning. This is on 14 count Aida. It is from Picture This Plus. The color is Huntress. I love this color so much. I love her. She's gorgeous. So she's coming along, and maybe one day I'll start working on the monster as well, but we'll see. We'll see. I can finish this year for sure. Like, when I look at how long I've stitched on this project, it's really not that many days. It's been coming together pretty quick, so it's a candidate for a finish. I have like, I think I'm gonna do, so when we get to July, I think I'm gonna do kind of like a half-year recap just to see where I am at with all my stitching goals, and it's suddenly got very bright and sunny. That's exciting. Hello? I just blinded myself. Anyway, we're just gonna do a quick like recap of what I've done in the past, like in the last 6 months. That's my plan, and just like see if my goals are still reachable. I think they are, but we'll see. If I keep messing up my arm, probably not, but hopefully, that situation can get under control. Okay, what I'm about to show you is the project that just caused me so much grief. When I saw this, I was like, ah! So I am talking about my Mirabilia, Nightingale. She's a stunner. She's gorgeous. Look at her. I love her so much. When you last saw her, she looked like this. And I'm like, man, look at me go. I'm just killing it. I haven't had to frog anything. I'm like the counting queen. Incredible. And then I realized the whole bottom section was like 3 stitches like down too far and like 4 stitches over. I don't know how I did that. I don't know what was going on, where I counted from, if I got distracted. Either way, I felt like that girl, that meme girl who is like just screaming, like silently, just like, I felt like her. So we had a lot of frogging to do. I had to rip up a lot of stitching. I didn't rip it. I always try and like preserve my thread. So I was very careful not to mess up the fabric, pulling the little threads out here and there. And I replaced most of it. There is still a section that needs to be removed and restitched. But, my God, I got, there's more progress on her because I was so sad. I'm like, I can't just spend, because I was planning on working on her just on Sundays. And I'm like, I can't just, if I just work on her Sundays now, all I'm going to do by the time I see this again or show this again on Flosstube is just like show you the exact same thing over again, because that's going to be how long it's going to take me to restitch it. So I was like, no, we're working mornings to fix this issue. And then we're going to put in new colors because I want to see more progress. And that's what I did. So here it is now. You know, progress is pretty good. But this needs to come out. And it needs to move over and up. And this, all this stuff, like this light yellow here that I'm touching so happily, this I had to tear all that out and move it. And it's like, I know it doesn't look like a lot, but that's like a lot of stitching. And I was so sad. I was so sad when I saw it. But you know what? We're fine. We crossed that hurdle. It's made us stronger. And, you know, we just got to count really careful on Mirabilias, clearly. Because I'm like, usually when I miscount, I just figure it out. But this was so off. I'm like, there's no saving it. I can't just, you know, find a creative solution. I literally need to pull it out. So I did. But yeah, this, next time I pick her up, this has got to go. Sadly. But there it is. I added some blues because I was desperate to get some blue in there. Got some dark gray, some gold, some brown. Anyway, it's looking all right. Oh, woe is me. The frog strikes. Frog. Anyway, it's gonna look beautiful one day when it's done and done correctly. Oh my Lord. I'm looking at it. I can see like where I unpicked it. That was me. Okay, next up, another stitch along. This was the Manning May stitch along. That is put on by 4 Flosstubers, Cam the Stitcher, the Seattle Stitcher, the Museum Stitcher, and Marjorie Maid. They're all awesome. You should check out their channels. I'm working on a piece called the Sunroom Runner. It looks like this. I absolutely love it. And the last time you saw it, it would have looked like that. And now it looks like this. Oh, I put more color in and I did all like so much of the green. It looks so good. It looks so good. I think I'm holding it the right way up. It doesn't really matter. It's mirrored. Oh, beautiful. I love it. Maybe it is supposed to go this way. Again, it's mirrored, but I know where the top is in my pattern. I know these. I finished the upper leaves here. But anyway, absolutely stunning. I really, really love this pattern so much. And I'm like sad to be putting it away. But it is on my Whip Go board, so I'm going to be pulling it out for another 5 days. 5 days this year. Yeah. Stunning. This is on a 16 count Aida. I think it's like French cafe mocha something. I'm gonna just throw the name of the fabric here. Can't remember what it's called. I got it from 123 Stitch. It's a really nice Aida. It's like soft, not crunchy. My favorite. So yeah, there we go. The Sunroom Runner. I feel like I'm pretty happy with the work I did on this. I worked on this on Mondays only. And yeah, I feel like I did a fair amount. It's looking cute. She's looking cute. Okay. Finally, and this is the project that like I really stalled on. This is the one I decided like not to finish my Whip Go call for. So my final Whip Go call for the month, the third Whip Go call, this is my final whip that I'm showing you, was to do another 7 days on Halloween at Hawkrun Hollow. I absolutely adore this pattern. The last time we met, I showed you the second block, which I had just finished. And so I had another 7 days and I was gonna start this block with the Headless Horseman. Super awesome. I got, out of 7 days, I got 4, and I was like stitching just like basically like one thread a day because my arm was so angry at me. And after I saw my physio on Wednesday, I'm like, okay, like even like stitching 15 minutes, like let's generously say if I'm focused, I can get like one length of thread in. You know, what's the point? Like, this is not a project I have like a heavy goal on. Like, I would love to be able to finish the top row this year, but that's like a stretch goal. I don't need to do it. And like, especially if I need to recover my arm, there's no point, right? So this is like 4 days of minimal stitching, but it's something. I really just started the border and some of the tree. There's a lot of black in this square. But there's the second block that I finished last time. I love it so much. But yeah, so border down here. I was thinking, oh, maybe I can get like all the way down to the bottom. Nah, not worth it. There it is, my little itty bitty start on the third block. But we'll get there. We'll get there one day. I don't know if you can hear that music. There's like a festival like 2 blocks away. It's a little noisy, but that's fine. Anyway, that's it for my whips. That's it for my whips. Okay, what should I do next? Should I talk plans? Should I talk haul? I'm gonna talk plans and then I'll show you the stuff I've purchased. And I can tell you what I'm bringing to StitchCon in my plans. How about that? Okay, yeah. So plans. Okay, first off, I'm gonna start something new today, and it's a really cute pattern. I am stitching it. I'm hoping to finish it before I go to StitchCon. It's pretty small. I think it should be doable if I have all the thread, which I think I should, but I say that every time I start a project. I'm like, I have so much DMC. Surely I could just start this project. And then like inevitably I'm like missing like 2 or 3 flosses and I'm just like, okay, well, fine. Off to Michael's we go. Anyway, whatever. It's this project. It's very cute. It is a border collie, I think. This is from La Selva Designs. If you are looking for like really cute animal patterns, like they do dogs, they do lizards, they do fruit. I don't know, they might do cats as well. I have stitched a really cute dog from this company before, and I highly recommend searching their patterns if you like need a cute dog pattern. But anyway, one of my coworkers' birthday is coming up this month. They like these dogs, and I'm like, this would be a cute gift. I'll stitch this for them. So that's the plan. I'm gonna start that tonight. Easy peasy, small. Hopefully we'll finish it by Wednesday before I leave. I'm leaving Wednesday morning, so it has to be finished Tuesday night. I'll say it's doable. Maybe, we'll see. I'll get close anyway. So that's plan number 1. Plan number 2 is Marjorie Maid has started another sal. Do I need another stitch along to be a part of? Absolutely not. But do I want to start it? Yes. And it's actually perfect because it coincides with the theme, coincides with a gift that I want to give another coworker in August because she loves strawberries. So Marjorie Maid has started the hashtag Strawberry Moon Sal because in June, the full moon is called the Strawberry Moon. So the idea is to stitch on patterns with strawberries. And I was like, oh, cool, what patterns do I have? I searched all my patterns. There's not a single strawberry in there. I'm like, oh, okay. I lean more towards like fall themed things, like fall, like weird themes. No strawberries. No strawberries to be had, except for one project that I'm about to show you and another that I've selected for my coworker. So this is what I'll stitch for my coworker. It's this cute little strawberry pattern. It's from Stitches with Coffee. It comes with like a bigger pattern with a cat in a strawberry field that is so adorable that I really want to stitch. That'll be later. I'm going to do like the little strawberry it comes with. I will probably not finish that this month, but I will start it. Her birthday's in August, so I got time. But I do want to start it this month just so I can like participate. And I got a second start in mind too. And it actually kind of works timing wise. Let me grab it because I bought this on my honeymoon 2 years ago when I was in Brighton in the UK. And I was like, oh, I want like a little like souvenir. And I spotted this and it's from, it's like this cute little cross stitch kit that's like associated with the Victoria and Albert Museum. I think it's a museum. I've been there. I can't remember what they call it. Is it a gallery? Is it a museum? I don't know. But the Victoria and Albert something. And it is from William Morris, Strawberry Thief, but like done as a bookmark. How cute is that? Right? Look, strawberries, birds, all my favorite things. And I think it's a bookmark anyway. Yeah, bookmark kit. And I was like, perfect. It's like not a huge project. I think this actual piece is like, I've seen like this art turned into like bigger bits of cross stitch. What am I trying to say? Bigger like canvases other than a bookmark. But I'm like, okay, bookmark, that's perfect. It's small. It's a little kit. I love a kit. It's got everything I need. So yeah, I think I'm going to start this at some point this month because that is going to be super cute. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I've revealed this nail to you. Look, beautiful nails. What did I do? Sorry for the rude gesture. What did I do to this nail? Seriously. What happened there? I don't know. It just fell off and I was like, oh. I'm getting them repainted before I go to Cincinnati. So you'll see me gloriously like unscathed, untattered, in good shape. You're gonna see me in better shape. But yeah, I plan to start this as well at some time this month because it's hella cute. Look at it. And I'm like, it's not that big. How big is it? It's a 16 count Aida. Do you say how large you are? 12 colors, manageable. It doesn't say how big it is. No. 6 by 19.5 centimeters. Or 2.4 by 7.7 inches. Manageable. It's manageable. Still got that price tag on there. Oops. Anyway, Strawberry Thief by William Morris. We'll be starting that. Because yeah, it's the 2nd anniversary of my honeymoon. So why not? Let's just say that that's a good day to start. Okay. Other plans. Okay, so I think it was Michelle Bendy at Bendy Stitchy who started this one. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But somebody started another stitch along, Jacob June, or well, a theme for a month, Jacob June. Jacob being the designer for Modern Folk Embroidery. And excellent. I already have some Jacob pieces and I was planning on stitching on at least one of them this month. So because it is Pride Month in June, I was already planning on stitching on this. This is from Modern Folk Embroidery. It's called Move Forward in Love, and the pattern looks like this. It is the it's like Jacob's Pride sampler, essentially. And this is where I'm at now on it. Look how teeny tiny it is. Okay, first off, this is a 25 count. Even weave? I think it's a 25 count even weave. Not even Aida. Yeah, no, that's even weave for sure. 25 count even weave. I'm stitching 1/1, like some sort of psycho. But it is turning out well. This fabric has a lot of lint on it. This fabric is called Blushing Pink, and I got it at the sewing shop, and it is so cute. I am going to make one substitution though. So the floss I'm stitching it with is the Roxy Floss Co. Pride Pack. And the Winterscape, which is like the really, I think it's Winterscape, that's the light blue. Yeah, because there's an actual white in here. Okay, so Winterscape, which is meant to be a light blue, looks light blue in person. It is not picking up on camera, but trust me, it looks light blue in person. It does not translate into light blue when I stitch it on this fabric, unfortunately. It's right there, but it just looks white. So I'm gonna sub that out. I haven't stitched with it very much, so I'm gonna just pull that out, stitch it again with probably just like a light blue kind of DMC color, and call it a day. But I'm excited to be working on this again. It's gonna be so itty bitty and small. I mean, my plan was to like make it a little pillow or something, but that's gonna be super cute. So that's one thing that I was already planning on working on that fits into that like Jacob June theme. And another thing I'm gonna work on is No Time Like the Present, which is the 2024 Modern Folk Embroidery Stitch Along. That looks like this. It's absolutely stunning. I have not touched this piece in like 2 months, which is very sad because apparently I'm easily distracted, but I love it so much and I really want to get back to it. I still haven't even finished the first month. But my God, it's stunning. So I want to spend like at least 5 days working on this month, like actually set aside a chunk of time to work on it. I love it. So we'll be I'll be touching this later this month. Okay, those are the plans. Do I know what my WIPGO calls are? Hold. We're back. Okay, I had to look that up because I was like, what are the WIPGO calls? Okay, WIPGO. Guess what came up again? Halloween at Hawkrun Hollow. 7 days. 7 days of Halloween at Hawkrun Hollow. So that's exciting. I'm hoping my arm will be better. The arm. Yeah, we're gonna strong arm through it. We're gonna just like punch through those crappy tendons and stitch. So 7 days at Halloween at Hawkrun Hollow and 5 days on Dark Queen of the Earth, which is super exciting because she has not been called yet. I stitched on her a little bit at the end of April, and like, I foolishly was like, I shall finish her this year. I don't know if that's actually gonna happen. We'll see. She's so big. I'm like, "Ugh." We'll see. Doesn't actually matter. Like, these are just like hopes and dreams. Marjorie says this. Is it Marjorie who says this? It is. Marjorie Maid says this. Hopes and dreams. These are my hopes and dreams. Hopes and dreams. Wait, or is it Cam? God, which one of you says this? Hopes and dreams? Do you all say it now? Because it's very accurate. I say goals. No, I mean, there's still a goal, but really hopes and dreams is more accurate because these are my hopes and dreams. And sometimes dreams are just like, you get close. You can feel like you get close. And that's all that matters. I like the feeling. I'm like, I tried. Hopes and dreams. Okay. Is that it for plans? Oh, I want to show you what I'm bringing to StitchCon. Okay. I feel like this is a bit of a meandering video and it's probably going to run long. Enjoy. Okay. I'm bringing 5 things to StitchCon. I don't know if I'm going to be touching all of them, but they are all things that I want to get some progress on. Oh my gosh. Okay, I never put away. I never put away this project. Just shove it in this bag. Okay, so the first project I'm bringing, this is my plane project. I stitched on this when I went to San Francisco and it worked really well on the plane there. And a plane to San Francisco is really short from Vancouver. Like, you're in the air for like maybe an hour. I have to fly. I'm going to be spending like 12 hours in airports and airplanes to get to Cincinnati because there's no direct flights. no direct flights from Vancouver. Nope. So I gotta go to Toronto, which takes 5 hours, just about. And then I gotta hang out there for a while. And then I gotta go to Cincinnati, which thankfully is a pretty short flight. Like, that is just like an hour and a bit in the air. But by the time I'm gonna leave my house, probably around 8 a.m. so I can get to the airport for 8:30 for my 10:30 flight. And then by the time I get to Cincinnati, it's gonna be 10:30 at night. That's a long one. And then I have to get to my hotel. So we'll see how that goes. I'm gonna be really tired at check-in. I'm just gonna, like, I'm like 3 hours behind? I'm behind. Yes, I'm 3 hours behind. So, like, I can't remember what check-in is, but it's gonna be early for me, I think. Just, like, in my current setting, my Western time setting. But that means I can stay up real late. I'm gonna be in that late night stitching room. Okay, I'll stop talking about that now and show you this project. This project is Heart and Hand Halloween Tiny Town. It's extremely crumpled, having been shoved in my bag many times, moving around the airport and the plane and in my hotel room. It's super cute. So I'm bringing that. Dare I hope for a finish? Perhaps. Maybe. Doesn't have a ton on it, but this is not a huge pattern. So I want to say it's doable. Hopes and dreams. Hopes and dreams. What else do we have? Okay, so that's project number 1. That's going to be like a plane project. And if I do a lot on the plane and I get there and I feel like ringing that bell, maybe I'll try and finish this. I don't know. So I'm also going to bring the Deadly Aquarium stitch along from Lola Crow Cross Stitch. Last time you saw me, I was like, I can definitely get to the bottom section of the aquarium so I can be ready for week 1. No, my arm said no, that wasn't going to happen. So I'm here. I just want to keep stitching on it. You know, I thought this would be a good project for the table. You know, easy peasy. It's topical. It's topical. It's tropical. It's beautiful. So I'm going to bring that with me. That'll be fun. I'm also going to bring my Stitch for Pride Sal. I want to keep working on May's release because June's release just came out this day in 2024. June's release just came out today and it's Frida Kahlo. The artist is Frida Kahlo. I love Frida Kahlo. She's incredible. Anyway, so I'm excited to start working on that, but I gotta finish May first. So bringing Stitch for Pride. What else am I bringing? 2 more projects. Now I might be crazy for bringing this one. It's Black Ada. Am I stupid for bringing this? I can try and stitch on it. I'm bringing this because it's a small project, relatively speaking. It's easy fill-in. And I barely have any progress on it. And it's from D's 20 Stitches and Uncanny Kari. It's so small. This is Don't Look. I think it's called, or is it Don't Watch? Might be Don't Watch. But this is from their Giallo collection. And I started this on Dario Argento's birthday last September. There's so much cat hair on that. Holy crap. Damn. Okay, well, that needs to be rolled. But anyway, I started this then. The pattern's super cool. It looks like this. I should show you the pattern. Pattern looks like that. You know, this is definitely a candidate for a finish this year because it is so small. Like, we can finish that for sure. So I'm bringing it. I don't know if I'll work on it because it is dark fabric and I might have a hard time seeing it. Although I am bringing a light, so, and it is supposed to be bright. I've been told it's bright in the room, so we'll see. And the final project I'm bringing, just in the hopes that I get like a lot of progress on it, because I do want to finish this one this year as well, is The Richest Season of the Soul. So you saw this pretty recently, but I'm going to be bringing that. Just as a recap, this is what we look like. Right? Like, I did pretty good on it, I think. Yeah. Yeah, work a bit on the border, maybe. Yeah, so those are the 5 projects I've decided to bring. Am I going to change my mind at some point? Am I going to pack a whole bunch more? I don't know. I don't actually know how much stitching I'm going to get done. I don't know if my arm's going to cooperate. I don't know if I'm just going to decide I want to talk the whole time. Or like creepily just hang out in the shop and just pet the thread or something. But that's what I'm planning on bringing. It's going to be great. It's going to be fun. I'm hoping to get some progress on things. Yeah, okay. Let's talk about some stuff I bought, because I bought some cool things. Okay, I bought some quilting stuff. I'm going to show you that at the end, though. Let's move that over here. Okay, what do I got? Okay, I got 2 orders. I placed an order with Brin & Needle because, was it a sale? Why did I place this order? I feel like there must have been a sale. Yeah, a sale or something, but they had their naughty named threads available. So I'm gonna say some words that people may find offensive, but they shouldn't. I bought all these threads. Look how freaking cool these look. Like, ooh wee. Look at those colors. So I bought some of the dirty named threads. I couldn't buy them all. Some of them were sold out. Woe is me. But I also bought some from their regular collection. So let's just start there, shall we? I bought two skeins of Samhain because how could I not? I was like, 1 is not enough. I need more than 1. I don't know what I'm going to use it for. I just decided I needed more than 1. Oh, it's so beautiful. Like this really, really deep burnt orange. I love it. Okay, Samhain. I bought Where Ya Lanks Do. All the names are kind of like Newfoundlandish. Newfoundland themed. So that's kind of cool. Beautiful. Love it. I got, this one looks so cool. And this, I'm looking at it, I'm like, I should have got 2 of these. Patty's Day on St. George. So gorgeous. Like, whoa. Look at that thread. I got Fool's Spring. Stunning. Love it. Beautiful. And I got He Could Put an Arse in a Cat. Believe it or not, not one of the dirty named ones. Apparently that's a saying. I've never heard it, but maybe it's an East Coast thing. That looks really cool. Speckled. Okay, and here are the 3 that are like, is this one of them? It must be. The Fall of the House of Dickieburg. Look at that. Woo! Really beautiful color. I got the Big Stick. The Big Stick. And last but not least, which, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe this is an actual place in Newfoundland. So it's like a geographical location. I got Dildo. Ooh, yeah. It's a good color though. Look at this. Lovely. So yeah, I got a bunch of beautiful thread from Brin & Needle. They're a Canadian dyer based in Newfoundland, thus all the Newfoundlandisms. Okay, and from another Canadian seller, I got a bunch of other stuff. So Kaylee Tent Stitch did a Victoria Day weekend sale where if you spent $50, she would give you a project bag. And if you spent $100, you would get a project bag and, what was it? Like a fat quarter of, or I don't know, maybe, was it an eighth or a quarter? I think it was a fat quarter. You would get a fat quarter of linen. So I was like, hell yeah, we're spending $100 today. So here are my project bags. This is the one I purchased. So cute. I mean, come on. It's fuzzy. I love that. Look at those little guys. I think this is like something like Gourd something was the name of this. I don't know. I'm not going to look it up, but it was really cute. And you can find this on her website, which is theSewingShop.ca, I'm pretty sure. Their project bags are fantastic, by the way, especially if you stitch with Q-snaps, because they're square and they have like these bottoms that like pop out. They're really nice. And they make giant ones too. Like this is a small one. I don't really have like huge projects that I need massive bags for, but I did buy one just to see how big it was. And this is what my Halloween at Hawkrun Hollow lives in. And you can see how big it is. This is like the jumbo size. She big. But she always puts like the cutest little zipper pulls on these. Like, look, it's a little drink. It's a little drink. Okay, so this is the one I bought. And this is the free project bag I got thrown in. It's so pretty. Look at that. Lovely. And I love the vinyl fronts, so I can actually see what's going on in there. Yeah, very cute. Pretty little zipper pull. Lovely. And then I got some fabric. So I bought, like, as if I need more fabric. I have quite the stash. And at the rate I'm starting things, I should probably slow down. But it's fine. It's fine. We like to collect beautiful things. Okay, so I got 3 fat quarters of fabric, and I got an extra one thrown in because of that super sick deal she was running. So first one is a 32 count linen. It is avocado toast. Beautiful, like really gorgeous green that I think could work well as like, honestly, like a neutral, like a greeny neutral. I mean, if you can consider green a neutral, but I think a lot of stuff could work on this. It's so pretty. So I got that. I got, because I had to, I'm like, oh, throwback, Dear Lisa Frank. I loved Lisa Frank stuff. I was born in 87, so growing up around then into the 90s, like Lisa Frank was huge. She was huge, so I had to go for it. It's an 18 count Aida, and it's stunning. It's stunning. Look, Lisa Frankie color is so beautiful. So I got that. Oh, and this next one is like, okay, they're all beautiful, but this one, there's something about this color. It's so gorgeous. I bought Calypso, which is a 32 count linen. Ooh, look at that. Calypso. So beautiful. Like, really, it's gorgeous. I don't know what I'll put on it, but like, I feel like, oh man, like this would be like a really nice, like if I were to ever stitch a mermaid or something, that might look really nice. And the fabric I got thrown in is this one. It is called Dirty Little Secret, and it's an 18 count Aida. There you go, nice, like kind of purpley gray with some splotches, kind of like, sort of reminding me, well, it's not really like Grandpa's sleeve, but the splotches remind me of that, because Grandpa's sleeve is like a lot, it's like kind of a splotchier fabric, right? Anyway, cool. So that was a super cool deal. Check out, if you haven't yet, check out theSewingShop.ca. It is amazing. Lots of really cool bags, really nice fabrics. Yeah, fully worth it. It's really cool. Okay. Oh, right. And I got some quilting stuff too. Okay, so I don't think my sister watches these videos. She's not told me if she does. I know my mom does. Hi, Mom. If my sister is watching this, Julia, if you're watching this, avert your eyes for like 2 minutes and mute the video. So I'm gonna make a baby quilt for my sister. I had purchased this pattern, when did I buy this? Like in the fall. And it's just like a basic like 4-patch quilt from Bella Moon, which is, I think they actually are the designers, I think it's the designer shop that I bought this from. So on Granville Island, there's a place called I think it's the Cloth Shop, just a cloth shop. And they have like a bunch of quilt patterns there by pattern maker called Bella Moon, who I think is either the owner of the shop or they're affiliated with the shop in some way. Anyway, they only carry Bella Moon patterns. So it's just like a little super basic 4-patch quilt. And I just like, I wanted to go fully like Pacific Northwest vibes, super cute. So I had some friends with me and they helped me select my fabrics, and I think this is gonna look hella cute. So I'm gonna be working on this over the next few months. I don't know how long it'll take me, but we'll see. Depends on how much time I decide to put into it, but I'm hoping to have it done before the baby's born, but we'll see. Anyway, so feature fabric, the big squares on the 4-patch quilt. It's gonna be this. Look at that. Oh my God. So cute. Really, like, absolutely adorable. So feature squares, and then like the little squares are gonna be these alternating. Right? Okay, not bad. So those are gonna be the little squares. And then the backing fabric, I was like, should I get a solid color? No, hell no. I love patterns. I just love patterns. I got this. So that'll be the backing fabric. Oh, and the binding. This is also gonna be the binding. So it's gonna be, the little squares are gonna be these 2 colors. The binding is also gonna be the cream. And then the backing fabric is gonna be this like really beautiful soft green. I think it's gonna look great. And I'll keep y'all updated as I work on it. I'm gonna start it after StitchCon, because yeah, just going towards StitchCon. I was like, oh my God. When I signed up for StitchCon, I had like grand plans. I'm like, I'm gonna make like party favors, like table favors, this or that, blah, 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 blah. Work was crazy busy. Then this happened. I'm like, bah, that's like blown out of the water. That's not happening. Table mates, you're gonna get Canadian candy. That's what's gonna happen. So if you want some coffee crisp, you can hang out with me. But yeah, so let's just say quilting's gonna happen after StitchCon. We're gonna like gauge how the arm is doing. It might actually be the only thing I do because that's a different motion than this. So maybe my arm will be happy with it. Yeah, that's that. That is like, I think that's like, this is gonna be a long video. I'm sorry. I feel like I've like blathered on quite a bit, but hopefully it's been enjoyable. So if you were just here for stitching and all that jazz, I'm done. I'm done talking about it. If you liked what you saw, if like this is your first time here, follow me. I put out videos every 3 weeks. That'd be super. Follow me. What platform are we on? Subscribe to my channel. That's what I meant to say. Subscribe. Yeah, I get videos every 3 weeks and we have fun. Yeah. What I do now is I talk about things I've been reading, watching, and playing. So if you don't want to hang around for that, you're free to leave. But if you do, let's talk about some things. Okay, I'll make this part quick because Lord knows we've been talking. Okay, so reading. I have been reading things. I have not finished anything. I'm not going to talk about books. I'm still reading all the books I've been talking about previously. I haven't finished anything. Once I finish something, I'll tell you about it. Anyway, what have I been watching? Okay, I will talk about 1 TV show and 1 movie. I started watching Them, which is a television show. In Canada, it's on Paramount Plus. I don't know where it would be available otherwise, but it's like right up my alley. Super weird, kind of like horror thriller TV show about people who are stuck in a town, and like every once in a while someone new drives in, and the second you've driven into that town, you can never escape it. Like you're stuck in this loop. So everyone in the town is just trapped there, and every night they're attacked by these, I don't know what they are. They're like undead creatures. They look human, but as soon as they get close to you, they are clearly not human. So it's all about like kind of unraveling this mystery of this town. Like what is going on? We start off with like a brand new family arriving, and they're asking all these questions like, why are we here? Are we dead? Is this purgatory? What is this? So there's like a big mystery component. There's a horror component. This is a really gory show. I was like kind of shocked. Like I say this, I don't know, this is not a brag, but I'm like pretty fine with gore. I've watched horror movies since I was a child, and I'm like deeply desensitized. That's not a good thing, but here we are. So I'm watching it and I was like, whoa, this is on television. This is like intense. So just a word of warning, it is pretty gory. It's not consistently gory, but when you do see like the attacks from these creatures, it's like not pretty. But I'm really fascinated by the story. I'm really liking the characters. I'm here for it. I want to find out these mysteries. Why are these people stuck here? There's like this old man who's obsessed with this young boy who's arrived because the boy is seeing things. And he's like, what's going on with this kid? Anyway, it's a mystery. We're unraveling it. I'm enjoying it. It's fun. And each season, there's 2 seasons and they're like 10 episodes each. So pretty easy to get through. We're halfway through the first season. I think we just watched episode 5. Anyway, really enjoying it so far. Okay, movie. I watched Challengers a couple weeks ago. I loved it. It's by Luca oh my god, I always trip over his name. It's like Guadagnino. He's the guy who directed the new version of Suspiria. He directed Call Me by Your Name and Bones and all of which I really I'll say the remake of Suspiria I thought was good in parts and not so good in others, but those other 2 movies, Call Me by Your Name, Bones and All, very good. I like those. Challengers, also very enjoyable. It is like this weird love triangle between 3 tennis-obsessed freaks. It stars Zendaya. I did not recognize the other 2 actors, but I am told one of them plays Prince Charles in The Crown. I only watched the first season of The Crown, so I don't know. But the performances are really solid. They are all terrible people. It follows them like throughout their careers, and it is just like they are playing psychological mind games. They don't care about each other's feelings. They just want to win at tennis. It's like, I really enjoyed it. And I gotta say, the soundtrack is perhaps my favorite part. So Trent Reznor did the soundtrack, and I have had like a decades-long crush on Trent Reznor. I like Nine Inch Nails was one of my favorite bands in high school, and I just unearthed, like I was going through underneath my bed, I'm deep cleaning my house. I'm going underneath my bed and pulling stuff out. I found a binder from high school. There's a giant picture of Trent Reznor on the back. I'm like, of course there is. So anyway, him and Atticus Ross did the soundtrack for this movie, and they've been doing soundtracks for ages. They did like The Social Network, Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, Soul, like they've been all over the place. I guess the director asked them, he's like, I want this to feel like we're in a club. And Trent Reznor's like, you know the kind of music I write, right? Like, it's like, he writes like goth industrial. You might hear that in a goth club, but it is not upbeat or fast-paced typically. So that was his challenge. Oh my god, the Challengers soundtrack is so good. Put it on, work to it. It's amazing. There is like slightly more dancier remixes by Boys Noise. Oh my god, just go on Spotify, go on YouTube, wherever, check it out. Excellent soundtrack. Oh, some little birds are visiting me on the patio. Hello, friends. They're so cute. Anyway, and the soundtrack fits into the movie in a way that I find quite funny. So it plays during the matches, which makes sense. So you feel like you're in a dance club while you're watching these guys play tennis. But it doesn't happen just when they're playing tennis. It happens when there's like a really serious conversation happening. And there's 2 people and they're like close, face to face. And they're talking about like, do you think you could beat me? Blah, blah. And you have this like, it's like really intense club music happening. I thought it was a great choice. I really enjoyed it. Challengers, yeah, I liked it a lot. I don't think maybe not everyone's gonna like this movie, but I enjoyed it. If you want to see some like tennis freaks trying to ruin each other's lives, check it out. Challengers, great. And if you don't check out the movie, at least listen to the soundtrack, because the soundtrack's killer. Okay, that's it for things I've watched. What I have played. I'm still playing Elden Ring. I am desperate to finish it before Shadow of the Erd Tree comes out. That's the DLC, the downloadable content, the add-on to the base game. So I'm still trying to beat the base game. I'm nearly there, I think. I hope. I've been playing for hours at this point. So we're trying to finish that before the DLC comes out in like 3 weeks. We're gonna do it though, I believe. But I also started a new game called the Thaumaturge, which is really cool. So this game, I think it's just on Steam right now, and it takes place in like early 20th century Warsaw. And you play Victor, a thaumaturge who is like trying to unravel some mysteries in the city. So in this world, I don't know if haven't even like Googled this term. It's like a real thing, like a real occulty thing. A thaumaturge is, according to the game, someone who is able to like pick up traces of items and link them to people like via their memories. So if like you touched something and you put it over there, I can pick up that item and tell you something about yourself. So the game is, I'm just started it, but the game sort of works as like, it's a role-playing game that's sort of like a mystery type thing. Like you're solving mysteries. So you have to solve the mystery in this like little village in the prologue of the game, like who killed this guy. So whatever, you're picking up items, you're linking them, you're making connections in your mind and like trying to see like which objects link to which people to figure out who the murderer was. So that's one component of it. And then the other component is like you get these powers from these demons that you like inherit. They're called, what do they call them in the game? It doesn't matter what they call them, but they're basically like demonic entities that like latch onto a person with a flaw, and you can catch them, kind of like Pokemon, which is really exciting. It's like a really like grim Polish Pokemon. So anyway, I've caught 2 of these demons so far. They're helping me solve mysteries. And like there's a fight component. The combat in the game is like, it's pretty easy. It's not like super challenging. It's okay. It's kind of like it's almost like a card game. Like you select your moves, and like you kind of fill up this meter, and then like they're executed in a sequence. So your demons help you in battle. And, yeah, I don't know. So far it's really cool. I'm learning a lot of Polish history. You find like these newspapers everywhere, and I'm like, cool, I didn't know that. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So if you have Steam, you want to play like a kind of inventive, not too long RPG. I hear it's only like 25 hours, which in video game world is not too bad, considering I've put in over 100 hours in Elden Ring, and I'm still not finished. But I'm close, I think. Yeah, so the Thaumaturge is like, it just feels like kind of fresh and new, and I like what they're doing. So I've been enjoying that. And anyway, that's it for me. I'm gonna stop right here, because I feel like this is like a feature-length film, and I'm gonna just not enjoy editing it at all. I'm not gonna edit a lot of it. I'm just gonna say that right now. A lot of stuff I maybe would have cut before, I'm not cutting. We're just leaving that. We're going to be adding pictures, and that's it. And God, I hope I took pictures. You know, it's always like, hey, I'll edit this together, and here's like the before and after pictures. And like inevitably, I'll have forgotten to take the before picture. So I have to like grab it from an old YouTube video. Anyway, we'll see. Anyway, that is it for me. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to StitchCon next week. I'm so excited. I am trying to decide if I want to like make a vlog or something. I don't know. I really enjoy watching vlogs, but I've never tried to make one. So it could be a complete disaster and might be something I just like throw out the window. But maybe I'll try. We'll see. Maybe I'll be a vlogger. I don't know. I'm excited for that. But yeah, if I don't post like a vloggy recap, you're going to be seeing me in 3 weeks. Let's just say that. Yeah. So I hope y'all have a great time. I hope you were able to enjoy this video and get some stitching in, and I will talk to you in a couple weeks. Okay, bye!